The difficulty of the Ivy League schedule continues to increase, and as a coach of Brown, that makes my job harder. But it's also great for all of us that everyone is picking up their recruiting. Everyone is playing at a higher and higher level. So our strength of schedule continues to increase. We have a solid argument for being the second best league in the country. You know, we're not going to supplant the ACC anytime soon, but it certainly should be our goal. What we have to worry about is there's a lot of other leagues that are putting a lot more money and resources into their programs and into their teams. I don't want us as a league to go the way that football and certainly basketball did in the 1930s and 40s when the Ivy League did contend for national championships in those sports. We're still fortunate enough that we do contend and can be significant threats to win a championship, to be in the Final Four. And so can we do as a league? I think we're doing a pretty good job of beating up each other, fighting for these Ivy League titles, and raising the bar within the league so that we can represent ourselves well outside the league. Within the league play, it's amazing to think the last 4 years how the Ivy League tournament champion started league play 0-2. The parity, the intensity of those games, it's why we coach. We love that. We love going into these games. It means so much, and there's so much on the line, and that's the type of men that we recruit. Impact players in the Ivy League, boy, there's a handful that I wish would graduate sooner than later. And starting on the defensive end, one's at Yale. Michael Quinn has been phenomenal guarding the opponent's top players and also being a big part of their team defense and making the slides and making impact when he arrives on the ball and putting the ball on the ground and getting up the field. Harvard's defenseman Steve Jahelka, phenomenal one-on-one defender. He one of the few guys who was able to neutralize just about anybody he faced, and really allowed their defense to take away a top threat and not have to worry about that threat. But there's some really talented offensive players too. Doctor at University of Pennsylvania, he's been phenomenal for them, and then maybe in the middle field, the Courier, Zach Courier at Princeton. He's not going to blow up the stat sheet when everyone's looking at goals and assists, but every Ivy coach and non-Ivy coach wants that guy on their team, and he is just phenomenal with what he does in the middle of the field, gaining possession for his teammates, his team, and pushing the transition. He's a threat, to take the ball away. If you've just picked it up, he's not going to give up. He's relentless. So those are some of the top guys I wish would just graduate now. The mantra of Brown Lacrosse is expect nothing, earn everything. So first and foremost, our men have to know that there is nothing is going to be given to us or handed to us. We're just all about, are you going to give us everything you have, every practice, and every time we're training? And are you all in with your teammates? Class of 2016 is a very different and special class. Even as freshmen, this class of Brendan Caputo, Jack Kelly, and Kyler Balestri, who are the captains, but the others, Todd Stewart, Henry Blinn, all of them, they came to the program with the attitude that we're going to take Brown Lacrosse to new levels and to new heights. Even as freshmen, they talked like that, and they acted like that. They brought us a new energy and a bit of a swagger that they hadn't earned yet, but it really did change the program and the tone of the program. So now that they're seniors, they get it. That they've been thinking like captains and leaders for 3 years. So this isn't all of a sudden thrust upon them. And I'm really seeing a difference in terms of the number of captain practices that are occurring, the intensity in the weight room, bringing the men together when I can't based on Ivy or NCAA rules. They are not wasting a moment or wasting a day. So I'm really excited about this. Some of the younger men who are starting to expand their role with our program, one is a sophomore, Jack Collins, who really didn't play much at all last year. He's stepped up his game, really, I think, from an internal sort of emotional stance. He has now prepared himself to play at a high level. Several of the freshmen, Carson Song has made an immediate impact, an offensive player. He'll play as a midfielder or attackman at times. The Alex Santangelo, a freshman defenseman from Belmont Hill, a sort of uncanny feel for playing off ball and a really good on ball defender, further advanced than most freshman defensemen typically are. A couple of really nice athletes in the middle of the field who play some midfield, deep midi for us, Mike Penapinto, and then Brian Prigmore from the state of Washington. There's others as well. I really like the freshman class, but it's there's no question that we are really dependent upon the senior class, and then certainly the juniors who've garnered a lot of attention, Dylan Malloy, Larkin Kemp, and Alec Tullett.